All right, Donald Trump is throwing a temper tantrum about the SAVE Act, and it has to do with trans people. And I'm going to talk about all of this. First, be a doll, hit the like button. I'm going to read this article from The Advocate, and then I'm going to talk about it. But really quick, some backstory. So the SAVE Act bill, the anti-trans provisions were removed from the SAVE Act, leading up to, I believe it was January 21st. Now he's refusing to do anything until this bill passes with the anti-trans bills added back into it. So he's throwing a temper tantrum, and someone needs to come change Trump's diaper. So this is from The Advocate. It says Donald Trump refuses to sign new laws until SAVE Act voting bill passes with added anti-trans provisions. Donald Trump is escalating pressure on Congress to pass a major elections bill while insisting it include provisions targeting trans people. The legislation, the SAVE Act, would require Americans registering to vote in federal elections to present documentary proof of U.S. citizenship and comply with stricter voter identification rules. Republicans say the measure is intended to prevent non-citizen voting, though such voting is already illegal, and documented cases are exceedingly rare. Trump also urged Republicans not to pass what he called a watered-down version, outlining additional provisions he wants attached to the legislation, including banning trans women from women's sports and prohibiting gender-affirming medical care for minors. Voting rights advocates have told The Advocate that the SAVE Act itself could create barriers for eligible voters. Because the measure requires documentary proof of citizenship when registering, people whose legal documents do not match their current name could face new obstacles to voting, including many married people and transgender Americans. So guys, this is an attempt to steal the election. Republicans are cheating as always. Donald Trump is clearly and openly trying to avoid accountability for his crimes, his corruption, the Epstein files. He's trying to avoid jail time, and he will stop at nothing. The point of requiring documents to vote is to decrease the chances of women and LGBT people from voting, and people who are citizens but weren't born in the U.S., etc. It's an attempt to keep diverse votes out of the election. This is cheating, and this is why I'm telling everybody, get your voter registration done early. Make sure everything is good to go. If you can't vote by mail where you live, be prepared to spend hours in line to vote. We have to expect that they will attempt anything to steal this election. Dominion Voting Systems, which is now called Liberty Vote, is now owned by Trump's rich friend, Scott Leyendecker. So there could even be tampering with our voting systems. But we still have to get out in droves to vote this year. Do not sit this one out. And I just want to leave with the leader of the richest, most powerful nation in the world said this on social media: I, as president, will not sign other bills until this is passed. Go for the gold. Must show voter ID, proof of citizenship, no mail-in ballots except for the military, illness, disability, travel, no men in women's sports, no transgender mutilization for children, do not fail. He has lost his goddamn mind. And JD Vance, go change that diaper, bitch.